Can Andy Bicchetti be stopped at the Valley? The Outlaws came to town and Donnie Schatz reigned supreme. It was deja vu all over again in the Pro Stocks. Hold on tight. Race Pro Weekly goes green. Welcome to Race Pro Weekly. I'm Mike Warren. This week we're going to take a look into a lot of racing action from the Lebanon Valley Speedway as we take a look at the night of features on Saturday night, where you could say it's a bit of a familiar victory lane ceremony coming up. And also on Sunday night, the World of Outlaws making their annual appearance at the Lebanon Valley Speedway. And of course, Tony Stewart joining us. The World of Outlaws making their annual appearance as you see Tony Stewart making his way into the Lebanon Valley Speedway for the first time in a long time. You see Darren Pittman here as well, who set the track record during time trials. The 4-wide salute to the fans as they get ready to go 25 laps around the Valley of Speed. Joey Saldana picked it up early in the event as they took the green flag as he led them up into turn number 1 and 2. The Brownsburg Bullet in that number 71 machine out to an early lead. Trouble early in the event, however, as the 4 of Cody Dara would have to pull pit side with something going wrong as you see him in the 2-minute work area now. On the restart here for this one, folks, Donnie Schatz and Sammy Swindell go to make it 3 wide, and the driver out of Fargo, North Dakota, Donnie Schatz, and 5-time and defending champion, goes off and takes the lead, and Pittman will follow underneath and get by the 71 of Saldana down the back straightaway. Paul McMahon and Sammy Swindell both had good runs at Lebanon Valley as they both placed in the top 5. And here comes Paul McMahon to the inside of Joey Saldana, as at this point Saldana started to fade just a little bit. McMahon to the inside lane, making an uncharacteristic inside pass at Lebanon Valley. Hey, there's Tony. Having a little bit of a rough night as he stayed towards the bottom end of the top 10. As you see him making his way around the front straightaway as he was currently in 8th at this point. And then as he goes by the 7 of Craig Delansky, something lets loose in the 14 machine as they come off of turn number 3 and 4. He would break ending his night as he would be finishing towards the rear of the field here in this one. At the same time that Smoke had trouble on the front stretch, the Brownsburg Bullet, Joey Saldana, was slowing on the back stretch with a flat right rear tire, giving up the 3rd position. On the restart with 2 laps to go, it's going to be Donnie Schatz taking the advantage. He goes the dust off the top side very easily in that STP machine with Pittman in tow. That was going to be all she wrote, though, as Donnie Schatz, the driver out of Fargo, North Dakota, picked up the win at the Lebanon Valley Speedway.
Any win's big. We haven't got a win at Lebanon for a while, so it's good to get one. And we've been very good lately, and that's no tribute to this race team working their tails off. So all you can do is keep working hard, and good things happen. So we'll keep doing what we're trying to do, and that's winning races.
Top 5 from Lebanon Valley. Donnie Schatz picking up the win. Point leader Darren Pittman finishing 2nd. Paul McMahon with a strong 3rd place finish. The Madman Kerry Madsen in 4th, and Slammin' Sammy Swindell picked up a top 5. The Outlaws were also in action at Rolling Wheels during the week as Darren Pittman picked up the win, Donnie Schatz 2nd, Cody Dara 3rd, Craig Delansky 4th, and Steve Kinzer rounding out your top 5.
Racing's biggest party is coming. Not just Dirt Week, the Napa Auto Parts Super Dirt Week, October 9th through the 13th at New York State Fairgrounds. Either is the Triple 20s light up the fairgrounds Friday night. Sunday's 200-lap Super Dirt Car big blocks on the Movie Mile. Modified sprint cars and late models, all part of the 5 Super Days of Dirt Track Racing. 5 days, thousands of laps. Get your tickets and event info now at SuperDirtWeekOnline.com. It's one party you won't want to miss. Napa Auto Parts Super Dirt Week, October 9th through the 13th. There's only one Super Dirt Week.
Well, folks, tonight at Lebanon Valley, MBT Bank sponsored the night of features here at the Valley of Speed, and Andy Bicchetti picking up where he left off a week ago, coming up with his 6th feature event victory in 2013, blasting his way in the high side and the low side past everybody to pick up another win.
You know what? It's a team preparation in the shop. It's the engine program. It's the tire prep. It's the carburetor guys. I mean, it's the whole program. It's all my sponsors. Just couldn't do it without every piece and part of the puzzle, you know. And chasing a guy like Brett week in and week out here, you've got to do something, or you're gonna be second fiddle. And you know what? I'm a sore loser. I don't like to be beat.
The other battle on the racetrack, though, was for the number 2 spot between Eddie Marshall and Brett Hearn.
throughout the last third of the race. They were both going back and forth with Brett Hearn coming alive at the end of it and getting Eddie Marshall at the line. Another great night for Andy Bicchetti, however. Like we said, 6th feature event victory in 2013. Brett Hearn, of course, coming in second, further keeping tabs on his point lead. Eddie Marshall with a very good third after having some bad luck in the past couple weeks. Kyle Hoffman finishing 4th after coming back from some bad luck, and Colby Schroeder as well, the defending Rookie of the Year, finishing in the top 5.
While Corbin is starting to run away with the Pro Stock Championship points, however, Andy Bicchetti still sits almost 100 points behind the Jersey Jet Brett Hearn with just about 6 modified nights left, barring any rainouts. So Bicchetti, although he's keeping winning, Brett Hearn has been the most consistent driver as he has only finished out of the top 5 twice so far on the 2013 season. Want the full racing action from Lebanon Valley Speedway? Check out Bob Haynes in the Metro Media video booth at the track, as well as his website, www.metmedvid.com. That's www.metmedvid.com. Andy Bicchetti looking to go back-to-back on the weekend as the small block modifieds accompanying the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars Series here at the Lebanon Valley Speedway. Keep an eye on the 83 machine of Chad Pierce here on lap number 1 as some contacts made midway through the pack. That'll send him to the inside lane as something has gone amiss. He would be an early retiree from the night. Very good, Rodney. That's the yellow flag. You've gone to flag school. Here is on the restart. The 3 of Lavoie going to retake the lead as she won the event a year ago with Steve Huff in tow. This would be the story early in the event. However, shortly, Andy Bicchetti will come from the 19th position to take the lead, and he would lead all the way up to lap number 24 in this event. When something would go, it turned out it would be a drive shaft. Now keep an eye on the 2 runner-up and third-place cars behind him as Kimball Lavoie and the 34 of Steve Huff run for position. As they head into the west end of the speedway, Huff's going to slide up into the 3 machine, trying to get the slide job done, but couldn't do it. And now Lavoie would make contact with Huff, sending one to the outside wall, one to the inside wall. And what a race it was, as it would give the lead to Steve Mier. Bicchetti's car getting pushed in from the Tomatoya wrecker after leading most of the event as a huge crowd goes near the 3 cars as they were parked right next to each other for this event. Lavoie's car getting towed in on the hook as well. On the restart, Steve Mier would just have a green-white checker to try to bring it home as Brett the Threat Haas looked for 2 in a row, and Matt Papello sat in 3rd at the moment. Final time off the corner, Steve Mier would pick up his 2nd win of 2013, and what a big one it was, as Mier picked up the victory from going from 4th place with just 3 laps to go. Pick up his 2nd win of the season. You see Mier getting out of the car now in the Pelletier Brothers Old School Heating and Cooling. And hey, there's a good-looking guy right there he's talking to. Meanwhile, the top 5, however, Steve Mier with the win, Brett Haas 2nd, Ryan Darcy 3rd, Ryan Sandstead 4th, and Chad Jesio rounding out your top 5.
Almost deja vu all over again in the Pro Stock division as Jake Corbin picking up his 6th feature event victory of 2013. Something about you getting through the corners this season, it just seems to be the right way to go.
Oh, I think a lot of it's got to do with the way the car handles, and that with the crate motor. The tires aren't spinning through the corner, so the car just hooks up and goes.
Now, you had a great battle for the lead. You definitely had to earn this one as you were battling with Jason Casey and Brian Keogh for the race lead throughout the midway point. As soon as you got it, you were gone.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a battle there. There wasn't much fight down on the bottom of the racetrack, and Keogh had the top, and Casey was down on the bottom, and I kind of just squeezed my way between both of them.
Corbin made the pass for the win on lap number 11 as he got by Brian Keogh. Brian Keogh, unfortunately, would drop out after showing a great run through the early portion of the event. Jason Casey would hold on for a 2nd place finish with Paul LaRochelle staying out of trouble to get a podium finish. Sportsman feature event went to the 14 of John Virgilio, his first feature event victory in 2013. Tommy Johnson with another strong second to increase his point lead. Michael Sabia with another great run finishing in third. The youth movement coming back in is Matt Papa and Tyler Dipple rounding out your top 5. Our beer stock winners tonight were Lou Ganser, Doug Olds, and Jeff Meltz picking up another feature event victory on this beautiful night of features for Race Pro Weekly. I'm Mike Leon.
Racing's biggest party is coming. Not just Dirt Week, the Napa Auto Parts Super Dirt Week. October 9th through the 13th at New York State Fairgrounds. Either is the Triple 20s light up the fairgrounds Friday night. Sunday's 200-lap Super Dirt Car big blocks on the Movie Mile. Modified sprint cars and late models, all part of the 5 super days of dirt track racing. 5 days, thousands of laps. Get your tickets and event info now at SuperDirtWeekOnline.com. It's one party you won't want to miss. Napa Auto Parts Super Dirt Week. October 9th through the 13th. There's only one Super Dirt Week.
If you are a tracker series that would like to be highlighted on Race Pro Weekly, email us at show@raceproweekly.com. That's all for this week's show. For the latest news, results, and photos, check out Race Pro Weekly online, www.raceproweekly.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. So for myself, Matt Knowles, Fast Eddie, Dave Whitney, Dave D'Alessandro, and everyone that helps put Race Pro Weekly together each week, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.